Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan.
Drip. Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Oh, there is one piece of gaming news I want to talk about, all right? It's this simple. I'm going to try to say it as plainly, as clearly, as concisely, and as not to be misconstrued or misunderstood as I possibly can. Twitch TV sucks. People should stop streaming on it. It doesn't care about the people who stream on it. It's a business run by a bunch of people who are out of touch, and it's bad for the gaming community. People need to leave. I don't know why people haven't figured this out yet, because it seems every day people are like celebrating being on Twitch and, oh, I did this. Every day I hear new news about how Twitch has gone downhill, how more things are worse, how they're constantly making choices that are anti-streamer, anti-gamer. I don't get why people are still on there unless they're greedy. It's that simple. But now, even greedy people want to leave because guess what? Twitch did all these policy changes again. They had this policy change where they basically said, oh, now you can't have sponsorships anymore, or if you have a sponsorship, you can only have a tiny little plug on your setup. You can't have it be intrusive to your streaming because that's counterproductive to us and our advertisers that we're trying to make money on and all of this. And there was a big uproar in the community because of this. Basically, Twitch just made these changes. They didn't talk to the community about it. They didn't warn them they were coming. They just decided to do big sweeping changes across the board. All right? And the entire streaming community bit back and said, no, what are you doing? Like, at one point, this was supposed to be the platform where gamers mattered and where people could try to make a living doing what they have passion for. And instead, you've changed it in the last few years into this place where anyone just try, you know, it's make money by any means necessary. Make sure Twitch makes a big, pretty penny on everything you're doing. You're taking more cuts from things like subscriptions. You're taking more cuts from sponsorships. You're limiting what people can do on stream. Your moderation is completely unclear and untransparent, and you seem to do whatever you want in that regard. It's completely unfair and not equal treatment. And now you're going to try to take away the way that we've been making money with sponsorships. You're out of your mind. And either you're going to change or you're going to become a dinosaur because guess what? There's tons of competition. There's Kick, there's YouTube, there's all these other formats that people can go to stream on. You're not the only fish in the sea anymore. And you're acting like you are when you're not. It's time to change or basically, you know, go out of business. So collectively, a lot of streamers even said, like Mr. Beast even came out and says, I think I might start streaming on Kick just in protest of these horrible things that Twitch is doing. You know? Good. That's exactly what should happen. Everyone should start leaving Twitch. Because if you haven't noticed, it's been a period of 2-3 years where everything is just seriously just getting worse. They're not improving anything over there. Again, I'm going to say it again. You ready? Just listen to this. The new consoles, which are aiming for 1080p 60 frames per second on every game that you play on them, have been out for almost 3 years. Okay? In the 3 years the new consoles have been out, Twitch has not updated the capacity by which you can stream. They still say you have to stream at 6,500 kilobits per second. Guess what? That's not good enough for 1080p 60 frames. So the site that's supposed to be the primary way to stream gameplay doesn't have enough capacity for you to stream good gameplay. And they don't care. They've done absolutely nothing to improve the site in the last 2 to 3 years. Instead, it's all about how to make money over here, make money over here, make things worse for the streamer, make things worse here. You hear horror stories every fucking day about how people are mistreated. They have no recourse against the mistreatment. It's messed up, the things you're hearing. Why are people still there? People need to stop with this stupid mentality that just because everyone else does it, I need to do it too. Well, everyone else streams on Twitch, so I got to go over there. No, you don't. It's time to start thinking for yourself. Stop being a fucking cog in a giant machine. Stop following all the other sheep and do things for yourself. Understand that actually building a community on Twitch is not worth your time anymore. I know, because I've been there. I was on Twitch for 4 years. 4.5 years, right? I went there in a full-time capacity in 2017. I did nothing but support that business, support that place. They kicked me out of the partner program and absolutely refused to tell me what I did. Why am I out of the partner program? Well, we did an investigation. You violated our rules. How? Oh, we think that you used harmful speech. Like what? Explain, because I don't know what you're talking about. No one says I use harmful speech besides haters who are idiots and actually take things out of context. But outside of that, no one says that. No one would attend my streams if I was constantly screaming racist, dumb shit. You're out of your mind. I'm one of the least people like that on the planet. I'm trying to put out fun, entertaining streams for an audience that everyone is welcome and included. So what is the hate speech? Oh, we're not legally required to tell you anything. Well, guess what? Then I'm not required to use your fucking business, you unprofessional shitbags. Because that's what you are. Unprofessional shitbags. You only care about yourselves and how much money you fucking make. So fuck you. I'm not going back there ever again. If there ever is a time I need to go back to Twitch, all right? It's going to be very short term until I find another place to go. Like, quite frankly, if I could avoid ever going back to Twitch, I would. I don't see the point in going back to a place that's that unprofessional. And it's, like I said, it's only gotten worse in the over 2 years since I've left. It's just, you hear horror story after horror story after fucking horror story. It's like I got out at the right time. I really did. Thankfully, I have a place here on YouTube right now where I feel better about myself, about the content I can put out. I don't have to walk on eggshells about every little thing I say on my stream that someone could misconstrue it into something it's not and then try to get me banned and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's not like that over here. That's a good thing. Now, there are other platforms as well. I've heard some good things about this Kick and other things. Maybe one day I would consider, you know, looking into that. Right now, I like where I am on YouTube. I do. I like having a home where all the content is kind of focused in one place rather than having to go here to stream and here to see the on-demand. That's what I did for 4.5 years, and it was, quite frankly, that's really what led to the decline of my YouTube channel. So, you know, that being said, I'm not shocked to hear that Twitch is getting worse and worse. Now, the funny part is Twitch makes these changes. Everyone rallies against them. Only because everyone rallies against them, including big content creators, then they change. Oh, we decided to go back on it. Sorry about that. It's a public apology, basically saying, sorry, we're off base. We didn't, you know, the wording is bad and it's too broad. It's like, then why did you do it? Because here's the thing: you can apologize as much as you want, but who made the decision at your company? Now, this is really what should actually happen. All the people who are against these changes, okay, they should basically say, who's in charge? And why are they running Twitch? Because obviously the management is bad. If you've got inconsistent moderation that everyone agrees with is wrong, it doesn't make sense how people get moderated on that site. Some people get treated differently than others, and it's not fair across the board, and therefore you don't even know how to act on that site because people are constantly changing the rules. And one person has to, again, walk on eggshells while another person can get away with everything. How is that fair? Right? They're taking more money from things like sponsorships, partnerships. They're making it more intrusive, more restricted. Did you know? This is absolutely true. This happened overnight. Twitch added in a clause. Listen to this, because a lot of people didn't catch this. Into their terms of service. This is not in their partner agreement. They added in a clause into their terms of service that says if you stream on Twitch, you can no longer co-broadcast anywhere else. Did you know that? It's true. It's in the terms of service. They added it, and no one knew because no one was paying attention. Everyone was paying attention to this other thing about sponsorships. No one noticed they slipped that in. So now they're saying stream on Twitch or don't stream at all here at all. You can't stream other places. If you do, we ban you. Yeah, they actually think they're that important. They're not. There's tons of competition. And if people would just say, okay, we see now. We're actually taking a look at this and we're realizing this is bad for gaming. It's a bad place to be. It's a toxic environment with a bunch of really scumbag ways to make money. It completely destroys the hard work and effort of those trying to make legitimate content. It's essentially mistreatment because people get treated differently across the board, and that's not fair. Everyone should be treated fairly and equally, and they're not. In some ways, you could say that that's prejudice. I believe it is. I believe they have prejudice moderation actions over there. Absolutely, I believe that. They've got management that is not in line with the community at large. They're looking at big picture money, 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 and they're never really looking at what's best for business, what's best for gaming. Why the hell would they have a website that's supposed to be gaming streamers that hasn't updated their capacity in 3 years, and you can't even stream at the current quality of game consoles? Because they don't care. Because this is what they care about. They're all idiots. Why would you want to work for that company? Why would you want to stream on that website that is not in line with who you are and the content you're putting out? They don't care about you. Leave. I have to urge every single person. I mean this. I don't care if you're the biggest streamer or the tiniest person. If you are a $1 million business or if you're someone just getting started as a hobby, don't stream on Twitch. I mean it. It's the worst place to be right now. What they need to do, they need to fire the management. all those people who were just in charge and decided to make these new policy changes about the sponsorships and the terms of service with, oh, you can only stream on Twitch, nowhere else, they should be fired immediately. Like, no exception. If you want your company to thrive, those people need to be fired and released to go work somewhere else, a car wash or something, and have people who actually are in line with the industry and understand stuff come in to run the business. You can't have people who are that out of touch with reality running a business like that. You can't. And that business will never improve if those idiotic people are in charge. It's getting, every moment I hear something about Twitch is something negative, and it's worse and worse and worse. You can't run a business like that. They need to be cut the cord and let those people go. They're dragging them down. It's like an anchor dragging you to the bottom of the ocean. Cut the cord. Get out of here. Really. And just enough of this shit. Okay? So, that's all I have to say about that. That's like the hot topic everyone's been talking about in the last 24 hours is how Twitch is going downhill. And Twitch, I have to say, no shit. They've been going downhill for years. This is not something new. This is not something shocking. This has always been. But people have been pulling, oh, I just want to look through these rose-colored glasses because everyone claims Twitch is the place to be a streamer. It's really not. They have a few things going for them. I feel like they have the best chat, right? They probably have the best chat system because they use IRC. IRC is a legacy chat system, but man, let me tell you, with the emotes and stuff they have over there, they have the Prime gifted subs and stuff. That's useful stuff. It's a good way to grow a community. It is. But at the same time, these toxic decisions, they're constantly making. It's just, it doesn't make any sense at all. They're out of their minds, right? So, that's my suggestion, but no one has to listen to me because I'm just a nobody on the internet who doesn't know anything, right? Don't see the writing on the wall for what it is. Ignore the writing on the wall. Right? Okay. Anyway.
Go. I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.